To me, the deciding factor, and granted, I will give Gonzalez a lot of credit. He had Trent Green, Damon Heward, and Brody Croyle tossing him the football for a lot of those years where Gronk had Brady the entire time. The drop-off in playoff stats, really. 56 career regular season yards per game, drop off to 40.9 in the playoffs. Gonzalez's career playoff stats, 7 games, 30 catches, 286 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Can't compare to Gronk's production in the playoffs with the Patriots. That's where it lies to me, is because of Gronk's dominance in the playoffs and dominance at the peak. If you want to look at regular season numbers, Tony G's got them all. Led the league in tight end receiving yards 6 times. He was a runner-up twice. He led the league in receiving touchdowns at the tight end position 5 times and was a runner-up twice. 11-time top 5 finishes in tight end receiving touchdowns. 13 top 5 finishes in tight end receiving yards. The list goes on. 4,000-yard seasons. He's the number 1 receiving tight end by yardage of all time and the number 2 tight end by receiving touchdowns of all time. But Rob Gronkowski is the greatest tight end I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes. No one has been more dominant than Rob Gronkowski in the red zone. No one has been more dominant in open field when you just need a stiff arm to beat one safety. It was tough, but I gave the edge to Gronk.
I can't say I hate it because nobody's peak ever touches his. That 2011 season, 1,327 yards and 17 touchdowns. Outside of peak Calvin Johnson, he was indisputably the best receiving weapon in football. No other tight end in history can say that, in my opinion. Maybe you can throw Kellen Winslow in there as a top 2 threat at the position, but you literally just threw the ball high and he caught it, and he became the Patriots' Randy Moss when Randy Moss couldn't take that role any longer. Besides his rookie year, he played 14 or more games 4 times. In those 4 seasons, when he's basically played a full year, 1,178 yards and 12 touchdowns is his average. First-team All-Pro each time. So the only difference between him and Gonzalez in favor of Tony is longevity and health. But when you talk about a guy who's 6'6", 265, mobile, probably the best blocking tight end ever, in his playoff career with a clean 16-game sample, 1,163 yards and 12 touchdowns, I can't deny you valuing that more than anything else.